Inside Boxing's Throwdown. My name is Steve Johnson. My co-host Aurelio Martinez. Guys, we had a lot of fun today on this third and final segment, Open Topic, which has been a fan favorite, and it's our favorite too. Aurelio, a couple of weeks ago, you broke it, that officially, and I had been saying that I thought it was going to happen, but it still hasn't been officially announced. But as far as we're concerned, it's done. Everybody now is talking about it in the media and everything. Denver's own Mike Mile High 303 Alvarado was going to fight Manny Pacquiao on that undercard of it's going to be in Las Vegas, Mandalay Bay,
in April.
In April.
Yep.
Okay.
17th or something.
Around there, yeah. And so I think we want to talk a little bit about that fight. Now, we're pretty much sure that it's going to be done.
Let's talk about it because it kind of mirrors the Brandon Rios because Mike and Brandon had them fights and them wars that they had together. Back a few years back
in the day.
And you see Brandon Rios had an opportunity to come in and fight a champion, a well-known fighter in Danny Garcia. To see if he still had what it takes, and kind of similar with Mike Alvarado. He's got the nod to fight Manny Pacquiao, and of course, like you say, we broke it a couple of weeks ago. But everyone knows inside boxing, we don't put on anything on there that's hearsay or he said, she said, or maybes. Okay, we kind of wait till it's a done deal or it's truth. Okay, we take pride in that. So. That fight we announced it and people they were like in denial. Some of the fans were like we don't want to see that fight or nothing like that. But the truth of the matter is this will tell us a lot of Pacquiao and where he's at because naturally he went out and fought Horn and lost. So all of a sudden everyone's saying well he's done, he should retire, he's done this and I'm to the opposite. He just fought too big, and I hate to sound like a broken record, but he's been fighting too heavy. He's not a big guy, and he shouldn't be fighting that heavy. So now with this fight coming down at the 140, he's going back down to where he should be for his frame size. And I'm one to believe that he still has the goods, and whether he shows it. And let me back up. This is going to be a telltale. Mike is coming to fight. Mike's in shape. Mm-hmm. He's been in shape. He's in the gym. He's got Toti training him. The Cuban trainer trained the Olympians.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's coming in with the vision in his mind where he's not done, and he is in shape. He's down in weight. Cleaned up his act. So this is going to be a very interesting fight to see. And the only thing that scares me is I think Manny and Manny's team, Top Rank and Freddie Roach and all them, they're looking beyond this fight. In other words, it's a tune-up. They're
already got scheduled.
They're talking November. They're talking November, and they want to get the Lomachenko fight. They want to get a big fight. So they're not even paying attention to Mike.
I'm having a hard time with this. One time Manny Pacquiao, he's going to be king or whatever of the Philippines. He's going to take time off and then next thing you know, man, he's wanting these fights. So I can't figure out what's going on with him.
Senator, man.
I don't know what it is, man. But let me just say this: this fight between Mike and Manny Pacquiao is totally opposite, and there's no comparison between Danny Garcia and Brandon Rios. Like I said, we all know that Brandon Rios is shot worn.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike Alvarado is not shot worn. Okay, Mike Alvarado has been in some wars, but the time that he's been off, like we said, now that he's gone through his life change with his wife Bridget and his son, his new son. Hey, this is a new Mike. Okay,
it is a new Mike.
It is. I talked to Mike and looked him in the eye, and Mike has talked to me, and you can see it. Like you can see it too. Mm-hmm. There's a new Mike. He's rededicated himself. He's ready for this fight, and I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that Mike is going to knock off Manny Pacquiao because I don't think Manny Pacquiao is totally committed to boxing. I think boxing for him is a payday. That's all it is for him now is a payday. And when you have a fighter that's just fighting for the payday, it's dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a big statement.
I'll stand by it. That's a big statement. I'll stand by it.
I'm looking to see a good fight. I wouldn't go as far as saying Mike's going to win that. I think Mike has a legitimate shot at winning it. I do. I'm going to tell you, he's got a legitimate shot, but Mike's got to be in there 100%.
I think he's ready for that.
He's got to be in there 100%, and because Mike can't go into the ring thinking I'm fighting a shot Pacquiao, because I'm telling you guys, Pacquiao's not shot. He's just been fighting too heavy. And I think now that we get into the lower weights, I think you're going to see that. I mean, like it or don't like it, Pacquiao has been one of the best boxers of the decade going back, without a doubt.
If anybody would dispute that,
yeah,
they don't know nothing about boxing.
So
anybody dispute that, but I just think, like I said, that his commitment, and I think even when you look at that fight in Horn, okay, he was, Horn just bullied him around.
Yeah.
There was no, question about that, and the Pacquiao of old wouldn't have taken that. Time catches up with everybody, and I'm just saying that I think that now that this is a perfect opportunity for Mike, and I don't think he's going to let it get away.
I don't think so. I think Mike just has to perform well, look good, and make it somewhat controversial, and he's back in the mix.
Let me say this, and we haven't even talked about this.
Yeah.
I want to give credit to Bob Arum, because Bob Arum, if there's one thing that he's shown in the last couple of years, I know a lot of people give him a lot of heat and Top Rank. They say this, that. He still shows allegiance to his Top Rank guys.
Absolutely.
Okay, even when they fall away from Top Rank. And Mike is a good example of that,
That's right.
He didn't totally give up on him. He just said that I'm not going to make that investment that I had before, but he didn't totally give up on him. And that's another reason why I think Mike is, because like you said, if Mike, even if he loses and he performs well, Bob Arum might re-sign him. Because if he performs well, there's still guys that he can knock off, and he can. And the reason I say this is because if Brandon Rios being shot, whatever you want to call it, if he can get a fight for $500,000, Mike's got a couple of those left in him.
Oh, he does, without a doubt. All he's got to do is look at and don't let him win.
Oh man,
because if he wins, now he's got $1 million fight coming downstream. But I'm actually looking forward to that fight more than I am the Horn Crawford fight. Okay, because I'm telling you what. No, I'm not.
I was gonna say,
no,
I'll leave you on that.
Because I think Horn people, especially in the U.S., underestimate this big boy. He's like one of them Nebraska corn-fed football players, man. The boy, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. Okay, so
if you look at it, and we went right off into another topic.
I know.
But if you look at Horn and Terrence Crawford, this is a defining fight for Terrence Crawford also. I mean, to take your first fight, and I understand that he wants a title. I clearly understand that. But to take, this is the bull in the china closet. And if you haven't been in that position before, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to that fight. I think that Terrence Crawford should give him a boxing lesson. But Crawford, and you see him and his management, and his trainer, they said after we beat Crawford, we want to give our due props. And I mean, they're serious. They're not kidding. They truly think they're going to beat him up. And if that happens, man, then especially that whole thing about the welterweight division, and that jumbles that all.
And I agree. The thing I'm looking forward to that fight is because Crawford has been so dominant in all his fights. He just goes in there and takes control in the ring, and he just dominates over his opponents.
But that's at 135 to 140.
That's what I'm saying. And now the key that's going to be the telltale of this whole tape is when he hits Horn, can he hurt him? Because if Crawford hits Horn and can't hurt him, this big boy is going to start swinging back, and that's going to be the tell. Who's going to hurt? Now, when he hits Crawford, is he going to do some damage? See, Crawford's never been hurt, never even been hit hard enough to change his game plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what happens if he gets hurt and he feels the punches, and it changes his whole game plan?
Well, I think
it's going to be interesting.
I think Bomac and Terrence Crawford had their game plan is going to be is that speed is power. Okay?
Yeah.
And so they're just going to outspeed him and basically just give him a boxing lesson and get out of there with the unanimous decision. That's got to be their game plan. But like you said, if Horn corners him, you know, and he's allowed to bully him, oof, it could get ugly.
I think Horn and them are petitioning to have that in a 16-foot ring.
Shoot, probably 12-foot. They wanted in a phone booth, no question. But anyway, that's it for our third segment. Next weekend, about the only fight I mentioned to you is on HBO. You have that Ring Basai, you know, who knocked off Chocolatito. He's fighting Juan Estrada on HBO next Saturday night.
Defending his belt.
Defending his belt,
Okay,
that flyweight belt. So that should be interesting. But other than that, we'll come back in a couple of weeks, and well, we'll be back next week.
We'll see you next
and
week.
We'll talk about everything coming up. Okay.
Till next week, guys. Keep them hands up.
Keep them up, baby.